Welcome back to Vital Signs. We are going to switch gears now and talk all things health technology. Yes, she said it, technology and health. We are here with our resident experts in longevity and peak performance. Welcome back, Lisa.
Thanks, Jen. I'm excited to be here.
Health technology, all things tech. What's happening?
What isn't happening in the space? Oh my goodness, it's rapidly evolving each and every day. But what an exciting time to really harness your health, because there's so much feedback, in the moment feedback, for us to course correct to ensure that we're on the path to success.
Okay, so we were talking in the break a little bit about all of the things that are happening, and there was so much data that we didn't have 5 years ago, 10 years ago. I mean, there's constantly, you have this many steps, you've got this much REM cycle. What do we pay attention to as consumers so that we can actually know what to measure and improve upon?
Well, that's why it's important to really engage with a team that can help give you those insights and say what to focus on based on your goal. So at Health Code Medical, we are able to provide you with a team that can help you achieve your ultimate goal. So is it looking at those steps or your heart rate variability or how the quality of sleep that you're achieving? These wearable technologies provide so much insight, but it can be overwhelming if you don't understand how to interpret it. It may just seem like a lot of noise, and you may not know if you're actually moving the dial forward or pushing that ball along in your health goal if you don't understand which numbers to pay attention to.
Yeah, and we always hear what gets measured gets managed, and so it stands to reason, or our logic says, oh, okay, I'm gonna measure all the things. But the reality is when we're measuring all the things and continually looking at every single thing, it's almost like looking at the scale every single day or multiple times a day when you're on a weight loss journey. You don't want to look at the scale multiple times a day. Like, it doesn't make any sense to do so. So talk to us about how do we change our mindset in a way that we're able to look at what's strategically appropriate for us.
Well, it's all about trend tracking. And so you brought up a great example around the scale. You don't want to go on the scale every hour wondering if you lost even an ounce of weight or a pound of weight. No, you want to look at the long game and look at the trend. So what are your trends week over week? Are you trending in the right direction for your health goal? And so that's what's fantastic about our wearable technologies, is it harnesses all that data in the moment and it stores it, and oftentimes it's tracking the trend on the application. So you're able to see day, week, month, year, and how that compares to year over year. And so I am just loving where the technology is going. As a high performance athlete myself, I never had this type of data when I was 10 years ago, 15 years ago, running and at a high level. And now I do. Does it change the fundamentals on how to achieve my goal? No, but it allows me to tweak based on what information I'm receiving.
So there's a lot of wearables out there. There's a lot of health technology.
Yeah.
How much do we invest in health technology? What do we need? Do we need all the watches, all the things? Like, there's a bunch of different brands of watches. We've got the Apple Watch. We've got other kind of brands. Then we've got the Oura. Like, they've got all these things. What technology do we invest in as consumers for our viewers out there?
Well, I see that as a personalized approach. So for myself, I like all my equipment the same brand because I'm not super tech savvy, so I like it all to sync. And so for that reason, I choose a specific brand that has the wearables and my phone and my iPad, and it all just syncs beautifully. But there's the Oura ring, there's Fitbit, there's just the old school pedometer. And so really, depending on the person's engagement in technology, their age, and really what they want to spend, what is fantastic is there is something for you. So you're not priced out of the market. So anybody of any social economic status can afford these basic technologies now because the cost has come down so much, and they yield wonderful results, just the same as the new age items.
Okay, so for my older listeners who are maybe not so tech savvy, or maybe some of the young ones who are not tech savvy either, if I'm not tech savvy, what is the most important thing for me to get so that I can start to track?
Well, again, if it's around, we should know how many steps we're doing in a day. So we need to get a baseline. And so common theme to much of we speak about is getting that baseline. So what is my heart rate throughout the day? What is my heart rate when I sleep? How many steps do I do on average? So by having that baseline, then when you're going to meet with your team to say, I'd like to achieve this goal, lose this weight, then, okay, this is your baseline. Here's how we can get you here. And so very much we need a baseline. And if we are getting sick or something happens along the way and we're having to adjust, that's okay. The trends are being tracked and we can just course correct.
And so let's shift away from like wearables and the consumer side of this, and let's talk a little bit about the detection. Holy cow, the artificial intelligence in early detection is game changing.
For
So
sure.
talk a little bit about what are the changes that are happening on the medical or clinician side that we are starting to see when we maybe go to the doctor or whatnot.
Yeah, you bring up a great point. So now, not only are consumers, like we are armed with so much data, so much information that we can have agency over our health. And so now it's really giving us that information to make good, conscious decisions. Now the medical team is also armed with just this whole plethora of information, which is helping them make truly personalized care options, because they're able to see things earlier, they're able to track trends, and they're able to provide a personalized approach because of the technology capabilities that exist today.
And so from a functional medicine standpoint, because that's what you guys do at Health Code Canada, you're all about that health is your greatest asset. Let's make you a peak performing human being and have you healthy throughout your lifespan. So what are you guys seeing, and how are you able to engage that to make those personalized plans so that we can make sure that we are living our best lives for as long as possible?
Well, we're starting with the baseline. So you come in for your annual medical, and we overlay a personalized approach to that annual medical. So depending on what your health goal is, we're overlaying the testing so that we can really uncover what the current health status is. We're arming you with the technology that you feel most comfortable with, and we're overcoming that barrier by setting it up for you. And so I think that's a real big barrier for people, is how do you set it up? How do you know which numbers? You got to put your weight in and your height and your age, and whether it's a technology, not tech savvy or just don't have the time. We really set people up for success by helping them get it all set up, and then so that they can hit the road running.
So it's a done for you approach.
Yes. Well, it's in partnership. Yeah, so we very much partner with our clients, and we really enjoy seeing them go through the journey. And then when somebody else gets a wearable technology within their family and their community, they're able to help them set it up, and they're able to say, I wear an Oura ring because it gives me this, not just the doctor told me to wear an Oura ring. So we're very much trying to educate, empower, and then really provide a level of awareness to patients and to really all of us as citizens, to say, how can I take better care of my health, live life on my terms?
Yeah, I love it. So how can I actually take accountability for how I want to live and how I want to live in the future? So thank you for that. I really like that holistic approach. And so for everyone who is at home listening, they're hearing, get a baseline, get somebody to get you set up, know what you're working for, have a plan, and be set for success. How do they reach out to you if they want to learn more?
Healthcodemedical.ca is our website. So that's healthcodemedical.ca. We're also on Instagram at healthcodemedical.
Health Code Medical, and I believe that's healthcode.ca is the website. So be sure to reach out to Lisa. Lisa, you're a wealth of information. Or any last minute tips that you want our viewers and listeners to take action on today?
Oh my goodness. Let's harness those technologies, whether it's a couple years old or it's brand new. Let's harness them. Let's understand what those numbers are so that you can take charge of your health and you can live life on your terms.
I love it. Take action today. You heard it here first, folks. Take action today. Lisa, thank you so much for your expertise and your time.
It was a delight. Thank you.
And you, yes, you. Unfortunately, all good things do come to an end, including this show, but you have action steps to take. You have heard all kinds of gems today, and all you need to do is take action on one. When we take action on one thing that we hear today, that moves the needle forward, and we can actually take control of our health, and we can start to move that forward. So I am challenging you to take action right now, not tomorrow, not next week, but right now, so that you don't forget, and it becomes that daily habits that we can move forward in our health and create a healthier community. Until we see you next time, same station, go forth and have an amazing rest of your day.
This has been a Now Media Networks feature presentation. All rights reserved.